Good evening and welcome to Green Machine Football on TV 50 from DeKalb High School. It's DeKalb hosting the Geneseo Green Machine in a matchup of two teams that come in at perfect records of 8-0. Hi everyone, Lauren Lemke with you tonight, along with Bob Pettit and Zach Mackey, as Geneseo closes out the regular season against an undefeated Barbs team. Both Geneseo and DeKalb won the Northern Illinois Big 12 Conference, Geneseo winning the West Division and DeKalb winning the East Division with perfect 4-0 records, and they meet tonight here to see who's going to be 9-0 at the end of the night. So we got a matchup here, Bob Pettit. I don't think I've ever seen two 8-0 teams play for a Geneseo season.
Don't know if they knew that when they drew this thing up or not, but they couldn't have done a better job. The Barbs were expected to win their division from day one. The Leafs knew they had some battles, but they knew they had a good shot at it. And here we are up on the rooftop here with a little brisk breeze. And but you know, this is pretty good for the end of October. So looking for a great football game tonight.
And Zach Mackey, this is kind of a mythical Northern Illinois Big 12 Conference Championship. They don't give it out. Usually don't see a winner from each division play each other because there's only 2 crossover games, but this is what it comes down to tonight, who's the best in the conference overall.
Yeah, and it's a great time. A lot of these conference, each side, you'll see talking which side's stronger this year, what side. We're going to see it tonight, like you said, both 8-0 right now.
Common opponents, Geneseo beat Rochelle 17-0. Meanwhile, DeKalb squeaked past Rochelle 28-27, and both teams about 13 points better than Yorkville. Geneseo shut out the Foxes 13-0, and DeKalb beat Yorkville last week 26-14.
Yeah, and we go back to that Rochelle game. It kind of made us look twice, surprised in that one.
Geneseo is going to kick off. They did lose the toss, and DeKalb's going to take the football, and Ryan Ganson has the football ready to kick off. He has it down at the tee at the 40. And we'll talk about the DeKalb offense coming in here scoring almost 40 points per game against the Geneseo defense that is allowing just 6 points or a touchdown per game.
There's a drawing on this kickoff return. If the Barbs bring it back, somebody wins $10,000. The Leafs are going to disappoint somebody out there, a whole bunch of people, because that's not going to happen.
We're underway from DeKalb. Ball coming down to the 10, bounces to the 3 and picked up, looking for a return. And Geneseo all the way downfield. Chases him out of bounds at about the 6.
Way to make a statement right away. It's going to be a long way for this DeKalb offense to start off.
I think he had to pick that ball up. It would not have gone into the end zone or out of bounds, so he had to pick it up, and he was in trouble. He didn't pick it up right away, gave the Leafs just a little bit of time to get their coverage downfield, and it's great defensive field position for the Leafs to start the game.
Top player for DeKalb was number 33, Dre Brown. He's going on to the University of Illinois to play football next year. He comes in with over 1,500 yards rushing, had over 200 yards last week against Yorkville. Deep in the hole from their own 6. Give it to their tailback. And a run out to about the 7, breaks the tackle, gets free, and actually makes it out to the 12-yard line, about a 6-yard gain on the play.
Did not go down easily. There was a couple guys got their hands on him, just couldn't get him down. Picked up 5, which was about 3 more than it looked like he was going to get.
TJ Athenat makes the that last run, and we're a ways from the field. We're on top of the press box, so we're trying to eye these numbers. They probably look a lot better on TV. Second down, we'll call it 5 for DeKalb. Sweep play to the left. Geneseo makes the tackle at the 12-yard line, and hustling over there and making the stop is
looks like Cooper. No, it wasn't.
Devin Haxby, right?
It was Haxby.
Real nice facility here in DeKalb, and with that 8-lane track, like you said, it pushes us back farther and farther from this game field.
Great opportunity here for the Leafs here again. It's 3rd down. You get a stop here, they're punting out of the end zone.
And punting into the wind, so Geneseo trying to come up with a stop here. 10:38 to play in a scoreless first quarter. First drive of the game, 3rd and 3 for the Barbs. From their own 12-yard line to throw the football, their sophomore quarterback, Gary Kyler throws. They call it incomplete. It was trapped on the turf as number 11 could not come up with it. Rudy Lopez.
A really close play there, one that in college or in the pros you might have saw a replay or a relook at that. It's really close if the ball hit the ground first. Official was the closest, though, than anybody, so should have had the best angle.
He had a good look at that, and the guys from the backside went over to mark the ball. They thought it was a catch. It looked pretty clean up here, too, but the official was about 5 yards away.
Punting into a brisk northwest wind here at DeKalb High School. Devin Haxby and Quinn Singbush are standing at the DeKalb 47-yard line as DeKalb will punt from their own goal line. That's where the punter is standing. Pressure coming from Geneseo. He gets the punt off. It's a short one. End over end. Singbush gets hit as he makes the catch, and that's going to be a penalty on DeKalb. We thought we had that last week, and it went the other way, but this one is going to be against the Barbs.
And I don't know if there was a flag.
I don't see the flag. It should have been.
The beanie was thrown as a signal that there was a loose ball.
Yeah, he was not given room to catch that football, but they're not going to penalize the Barbs on this one. But the Leafs do get the ball at the DeKalb 40-yard line.
Quinn Singbush helped off the field there as he got taken down low. And we'll see the Geneseo offense that struggled early on last week against Ottawa, but they have great field position at the Barb 40-yard line. And we'll get the starters as we go along here with Ryan Pitra and Joey Medina in the backfield. I think Cole Hunzacker is going to get the start tonight. No, it's Lane Akery at fullback. Pitch it back to Ryan Pitra. Gets to the outside on the right and picks up a gain of 3.
Before the snap there, we saw a complete shift of the whole offense. A lot of time this year we've seen the tight end shift. This time we saw the tight ends, we saw the running backs, everybody shift into a different formation. Maybe something thrown in new here against a very good DeKalb team.
Last week they had some penalties that it cost the Leafs at the beginning of the ball game. Actually, throughout the game, they're going to have to clean that up. Hopefully we'll find out.
2nd down and 8. Quarterback is Greg Rusk. He's completed 58% of his passes this season and 5 touchdowns. He'll take the snap, give it to the fullback. That's Akery off the left side. Has it down to the 34-yard line of DeKalb, setting up a 3rd and 4.
Lane Akery was iffy for this game, very questionable, but he's in there at the beginning of the game running that football.
Yeah, had some look at his ankle, I know, a little bit of question mark, but Lane, a hard-nosed runner and a hard-nosed player, wanting to go if there's any chance. He definitely wants in there.
Up front for Geneseo on the line, Jacob Beeth at center. The guards are Carson Krause and Zach Shefsky. The tackles Jacob Van Doren and Sam Thomas. 3rd and 4 from the DeKalb 34-yard line. 9 minutes to play in a scoreless first quarter. In motion is Medina. Give him the football. Sweeps to the left, cuts it up, and is dropped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 5.
This is a tough call right here. There's a 35-yard line. 4th and 5, and they're going to they're bringing out a kick team. It's probably going to punt this ball and try to pin them back again.
Greg Rusk will stay on the field. He's the Geneseo punter. He's punted 14 times this season for 33 yards per kick.
This would have been a 52-yard field goal with the wind at their back. Going to try for the coffin corner.
Nobody back for DeKalb. So Russ can put this down here and let us go down and get it. Sends it down towards the goal line. It hits right at the goal line into the end zone. It's a touchback. Got a little bit too much of that. And we'll see the DeKalb offense for the 2nd time. So both teams have punted. Defensively for Geneseo, up front is Grant Pritchard at nose guard, Drew Himmelman at defensive tackle. The linebackers are Jacob Beeth, Justin Scott, Ryan Pitra, and Ryan Hartsock. And now the Geneseo secondary is going to be Will Daniels, Tyler Mackey, Devin Haxby, and Jordan Shanowski. Cooper Humphreys also out there, number 2.
And it looks like the Leafs are keeping another back safety. They got a 2-safety set and only 2 actual down linemen on the line.
Motion, they give it to the motion back. Number 22 sweeps to the left. Geneseo stops him for about a 5-yard gain out to the 25.
Both teams scoring a lot on the season, and DeKalb giving up significantly more points defensively.
And the interesting thing is Troy Brown is down on the sideline. We knew that he had a little bit of a knee tweak and, didn't know if he was going to go or not. It looks like they're holding him out. He's right next to the coach down there, but still not in the ball game.
Eric Torrey runs for 5 yards. Spread out. Look here for DeKalb to the right. They'll run it, hit in the backfield. Quarterback keeps it and now throws it and completes the pass at the 32-yard line, and a flag thrown after the play. So that was an interesting play there.
Yeah. He was very close to the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball, but he did throw it backward. And
I'll check the call here. They're going to wave it off.
Yeah,
so.
that's what they were going to call. Yeah. They were going to call a forward pass past the line of scrimmage, but it was backwards, so that became a lateral.
That results into a first down for DeKalb. 7:28 to play in the first quarter. No score.
First down of the ball game.
In a pistol formation is Kyler. Handoff, no gain on the play. Geneseo all over that. Drew Himmelman down at the ankles. Grant Pritchard on the bottom of that pile, and Jacob Beath helps out as well.
Whenever DeKalb has had success so far, they've ran it around the outside. They keep looking to try to get around that edge because not much is going right up the middle on this Geneseo defense right now.
They gave him a yard on that play, and it looked like he didn't get that even the way they hit. There was no movement at the line of scrimmage. That was bottled up big time.
Two receivers to the right. Split out wide. Kyler will pitch it to the left. Sweeping out is Jackson. Across the 40-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down.
A lot of speed in that backfield. Jacob Beath was trying to spread him out, and he just turned the corner on him. Just that extra step got that corner turned.
Haxby makes another tackle. And so I think Geneseo's got the right defense as far as personnel, trying to get some speed on the field, because we knew DeKalb was very fast coming into this one, even with Brown on the sidelines. 3rd down and 4 from the DeKalb 41-yard line. Jackson in the backfield.
Nice.
Hit. He does not get the first down. Cooper Humphreys comes in, makes the initial contact, and that really slowed him up, and the rest of the defense finished him off.
This game was kind of talked about throughout the state as one of the top ones, and right away we see it. These teams are going back and forth. It's who makes the first mistake.
Leafs defense, of course, we know about. They've thrown some shutouts. The Barbs have given up some points, and we're hoping that we get this punt off here. Hopefully we get a little return field position and get the points on the board.
5:30 to play in the first quarter. Geneseo's going to get the football back as the DeKalb's in a punt into the wind. There's 2 other games in the state going on tonight where there's 2 8-0 teams playing against each other. This one high into the air. Geneseo trying to field it. And there's some penalty markers thrown.
And we finally see that call, the flag thrown. We've seen it a couple of times where the official hasn't thrown it, and he got too close into the face and made contact, I believe, with, I believe it was Haxby over there.
No matter what they call here, the Leafs recovered that fumble. You can tell the Barbs are coming off the field unexcited. So it's going to be Leaf ball. Hopefully going to move the ball downfield another 15.
Waiting the call from the official. Interference on DeKalb, as we thought.
Yeah.
They were very close to that last time if not just not called. We are on the DeKalb side of the stands, and we're getting a lot of boos on that call. Right or wrong, they don't like it.
Well, it really gives Geneseo some great field position. They would have had it back around the 30, and now it's out close to, well, it's past the 45 to the Geneseo 46.
Yeah, and in the game last week, Ottawa, the big key to a Leaf victory there was the field position. They kept getting fantastic field position after that first drive, and it really got the confidence going.
DeKalb's allowed over 20 points per game. That's what they're averaging on defense. So Geneseo trying to break things open here in the first quarter as they give it to Akery. And the senior fullback crashes his way up to the 49. It's a 3-yard run for Akery.
43, Akery with the carry.
Barbs have given up some yards on offense too this season. Michael Kurtz, the Yorkville running back, had over 300 yards rushing last week.
DeWeese on the bottom of the pile.
This offense gets a lot of the credit, but again, this defense struggles sometimes, but they're still not a bad defense. It's just the offense getting all the credit. Same with Geneseo, the way the defense is getting all the credit.
On 2nd and 6, second back, it's Pitra. Hit at the line, gets a yard, and sets up a 3rd and 5.
With the carry.
4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. No score between Geneseo and DeKalb. Geneseo coming in here as one of the top teams in Class 4A. And you have the DeKalb Barbs, one of the top teams in Class 6A.
Well, and you talk about it, 4A and 5A, it's a real thin line right now. The Leafs will be looking for that playoff show tomorrow to see where they sit, because it could be a 5A team.
3rd and 5. Russ to roll to his left, looking downfield to pass. Puts it up. He's got a receiver wide open. Ryan Pitcher catches it at the 30, cuts it back, down the sideline to the 10, the 5, gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown!
And that was all Ryan right there, making jukes back and forth. He caught it at about the 25 and went 25 yards, cutting around. Fantastic job by Ryan.
10th caller to La Roma Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live listeners only, 1 winner per season, must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
What a big 3rd down call and a big 3rd down execution of that play. Ryan Pitcher was wide open. There was nobody within 8 yards of him. Received the football, and then, as you said, Zach, he really did some juke steps on the way to clear the way.
Extra point is good by Ryan Ganson, who connects for the 36th time this season on extra points. And Geneseo has a 7-0 lead at DeKalb with 3:57 to play in the first quarter. That pass, pretty similar to what we saw last week against Ottawa to end the half.
Yeah, it was right down the right side. That's where a lot of times Drew has been, especially lately, getting covered a lot. You know, a lot of teams are looking to Drew Himmelman back there, and that's where these other guys, Ryan Pitra and these other running backs out there that are able to still put their hands on the ball.
That was just a great call. Obviously, they were looking for that ball to be on the ground, and just caught him completely off guard. They did have Himmelman covered, though, because just like DeKalb, our eyes were drawn to him, and he was covered.
3 plays, 54 yards, the scoring drive for Geneseo, minute 13, 48-yard touchdown pass from Greg Russ to Ryan Pitra. Ryan Ganson with the extra point. 6th touchdown pass of the season for Rusk, and for Ryan Pitra, that's his 3rd touchdown receiving. He also comes in tonight with 12 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown, though he does not look at his stats.
No, you heard it from the article. He was the Dispatch Argus Player of the Weekend and the pace setter, so a little bit of pressure, but he answers right away.
He didn't hurt Willis Andel's feelings because he's still going to take stats for us. All right, Geneseo to restart the game up 7-0 at DeKalb. Here's Ganson's kick with the wind at his back, sends it all the way into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback.
Big leg by Ganson. That's nice. Anytime that they got to start at the 20-yard line.
Well, as you mentioned, the field position game has been all Leafs this game. The Barbs have not got out of their own territory, and the Leafs have really capitalized on it.
Geneseo did lose the coin toss, but they took the wind at their back here in this first quarter. So trying to get off to a fast start against DeKalb as the Barbs start from their own 20. Pistol formation. Kyler to look to throw, dumps it off. Short pass complete, but Geneseo there in the backfield, and he's lucky to get back to the 20-yard line.
Complete to 25 right.
Gotta like that. About 6 Green Machine players right there to meet him as he catches the ball on the corner.
Looks like Justin Scott that stood him up first and just hung on until the rest of the teammates could get there. It was a host of guys taking him down.
I see the Barb boosters are selling 50-50 raffle.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Everybody stop up way up here to the press
with
box.
receivers left and right. Geneseo playing a smaller, quicker lineup on defense tonight. Handoff to their tailback, up the gut. 1st down run, out past the 35, down to the 36.
Number 6.
Boy, quick hitter. He hit that hole just really quick. Once he got through that line of scrimmage, there was a seam there.
Real light on his feet, able to juke back and forth again, right up the middle.
Jacob Yarger, number 55, back into the lineup for this next play. He leads the team in tackles for losses with 6 coming into this one. And he's going to stand up at a defensive tackle position, defensive end position. Sweep play to the left for the Barbs on 1st and 10. Driven out of bounds at the 39. It's a gain of 3. Justin Scott and Will Daniels over there for Geneseo.
They did a nice job of spreading that out. Essentially what they're going to have to do, the Barbs are wanting to go wide, and the Leafs are just going to have to keep spreading that thing out laterally and keep them from turning that corner. Well done that time.
2nd and we'll call it 7 from the DeKalb 39-yard line. 2:57 to play in the first quarter. Geneseo leads at 7-0. Quarterback keeper, down he goes. Jake Yarger comes in and drills him for a loss on the play.
You just called that one, Lauren. I tell you, he was not fooled at all. First man through took the fake, but Yarger did not take it.
Nice heads-up play.
Well done.
Jake listed at 5'8", 180. Quick off that defensive line. And tough night for those offensive linemen across from DeKalb.
If he's listed at 5'8", 180, that means about 6 foot 2.
Third and long, 11 yards needed for the Barbs from their own 35. Kyler in the gun gets the snap. It's intercepted along the sideline by Will Daniels down to the 30, and Daniels gets it inside the 25-yard line.
Had to take a look at his feet, make sure he stayed in bounds, and he did. Picked up a nice 20 yards after the catch, maybe.
Fantastic
correct
throw.
Me on that number.
Fantastic throw right into his chest. It was perfect right there for Daniels to take it a couple of yards.
Actually, the receiver looked like he was open. Daniels had that thing timed perfectly, just stepped right in front of him. It was beautiful.
10th interception of the season for this Geneseo defense, and for Daniels, he has now 3 to lead the team. He's also returned 1 for a touchdown. Geneseo again with great field position. We'll start from the Barb 23-yard line, up 7-0. Pitra weaving his way up the middle, stopped at the 21.
Once again, DeKalb has not penetrated Geneseo territory. They have not crossed the 50-yard line. Great defensive play to this point. We've got a minute and 56 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Third possession tonight for Geneseo. Their first drive, they had to punt, but they scored on a touchdown pass the last time they had the football with Ryan Pitra. Facing a 2nd and 7. Alex Disher, number 16, is in a lineup at the outside the numbers to the right. The ball is fumbled, and looks like Geneseo may have lost this.
Recovered by the Maple Leafs.
Nope, we got it back.
Yeah, the DeKalb teammates, players were not happy enough. They were not excited. Minute 19 seconds, the clock's still rolling, but it's a big third down here.
Looked like it was on that exchange too. Quarterback trying to ride out the running back, maybe trying to read something, and ball just didn't get right in the stomach.
There was some question last week of whether the Leafs came to play right from the start. Obviously, they played really well in the second half, but it appears that they had come to play. The first half is all Leafs.
I think center Jacob Beeth got on that loose football. Now Geneseo's going to call a timeout as they face a 3rd and 8, and probably a good time to call one here with stops the clock with 53 seconds to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Geneseo, a pair of 8-0 teams squaring off tonight in DeKalb.
What a quarter it's been, too. Two teams that have been fighting back and forth, both 8-0, going back and forth so far, and it's been a very quick first quarter.
I hope that fumbled ball doesn't, even though they recovered it, it really makes a 3rd and long, and hope that doesn't bite you here, because you get this second score here, it's a heck of a quarter for the Leafs.
Well, one thing with this timeout, too, if they don't pick this up and it's 4th down, let's say it's still 4th and long, they got the win, they might have Ganson come in and try that 40-yard field goal, too, because they would still have time in this quarter to get the next play off.
Absolutely, and we've also seen a huge factor in this first quarter has been penalties. In Ottawa just last week in the first half, Leafs had 52 yards in penalties against them just in the first half, and they've done a good job at cutting that down so far in the first quarter.
If they don't pick the first down on this play, they want to get the vast majority of it, so at least they'll have a decision whether to go on 4th down or go for the field goal.
Josh Beard splits to the left. Football at the 21 of DeKalb. 3rd and 8. Rusk rolling back to throw with pressure. Puts it up and throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Nobody open downfield. Ryan Pitra was probably the closest receiver. And now here comes the
DeKalb coach was wanting a flag, but I just don't see it there.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional grounding. I mean,
DeKalb coach still talking to that official.
So Ryan Ganson is coming in.
He's got a little bit of a crosswind. Could make this thing just a little bit hairy.
Saw Ryan kicking in warm-ups, and he had plenty of leg.
Yeah, length is no problem here.
We'll call this a 38-yard field goal attempt. Ganson was in just a moment ago with an extra point try. His field goal is on its way. It hits the right upright and falls down, no good. There's that wind factor, just pushed it over there.
It did.
And
how close can he get it right there off the side of the field goal post?
It's hard to play that wind because you don't know how much it's going to take it, but it did. It just carried it. The wind is the crosswind is taking it in towards that right goalpost, and it just hit it.
So DeKalb able to dodge that bullet after throwing an interception, and Geneseo not able to capitalize on that.
That's a great
drive inside
opportunity.
the 25, yeah. So with 48 seconds to play in the first quarter, 7-0 Geneseo. The Barbs back out on offense, spreading it out to the left with 3 receivers that way. They'll hand it off. Their running back Jackson has a short run over the 20 to about the 21.
Never got ahead of steam. There was no slot there. Good job by the defensive line. The big boys had that stacked up.
This DeKalb offense has done a pretty good job at still being able to move the ball with their number 1 running back still out. We talked about Dre Brown, the Illinois commit, had a little problems with his knee, and he has not been out on the field offensively yet.
He was standing by the coach hoping to get in, but he's not even looking to get in right now.
It's like the final play of this first quarter as a sweep play to the right. Geneseo pursuing and making the stop is Jacob Beath and Ryan Pitra, and that's the end of the first quarter.
And Himmelman and Mackey and everybody else.
Geneseo comes up with a touchdown from Ryan Pitra, and they lead it 7-0 over DeKalb after 1.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
From DeKalb High School, we start the second quarter with the Green Machine out on top of the Barbs by a score of 7-0. With Bob Pettit and Zach Mackey, I'm Lauren Lemke. The Barbs have the football. They're facing a 3rd and long. When they switch the field, they'll have the wind at their back now for this quarter.
Yeah, they will. What a game we've seen so far, though. This was a game that was highly anticipated from the beginning of the season and has lived up to it. Both teams 8-0 and just going at it. Fantastic first quarter. Look for the next 3 to be just as fun.
The wind is no small issue either, as you mentioned it. The Leafs had the advantage of that in the first half. The Barbs never got the ball into Leaf territory in the entire first quarter, and the wind factor is kind of a big factor. They will have the advantage, DeKalb will, in this quarter. I see kids walking around in T-shirts and shorts down there on October 24th. It's not that warm, but it's nice.
It is nice.
Could be much worse.
Shotgun formation on 3rd and 7 from the Barb 22. Kyler in the pocket. Deep ball. It is caught. A first down at the 45-yard line. And Rudy Lopez goes up and makes the reception. Geneseo had good coverage there, but a lot of height there from Lopez.
Yeah, an athletic play there by Lopez to go up, go after that ball. It was a very nice play by the wide receiver on the far side.
That was Will Daniels on the coverage, and it wasn't bad coverage. He was right on him, but it was just a perfectly thrown ball.
Ball out to the 44-yard line of DeKalb, 1st and 10. Geneseo playing deep on defense in the secondary as they hand it off. Breaking a tackle is Jackson, and the Barbs finally get it into Geneseo territory to the 49-yard line.
He never did go down, but apparently the whistle blew. He just kept on trying to drive his legs.
Kind of a slippery running back there going through. He's done a good job at stepping up so far.
Again, we have not seen Dre Brown, the top rusher for the Barbs in this game.
They've got some people that can run the football, though.
They can, yeah. Second and short, we'll call it 2 from the Geneseo 48-yard line. Second back gets the handoff, first down to the 40, and tackled from behind by Devin Haxby at about the 33-yard line.
That first back through was absolutely destroyed by Drew Himmelman right there, but it looks as if this Barb offense is doing a little bit of a read on that outside guy, whether it be Drew Himmelman or Jacob Yarger on the other side, kind of reading him, and they see that Drew bit and giving it off to the second guy through.
Absolutely. It was well done on the read option. It looked like Himmelman actually had a chance to jar that ball loose before it was actually handed off, but they executed. Give them credit.
10:40 to play in the second quarter. 7-0 Geneseo. DeKalb 1st and 10 from their Geneseo 33-yard line. And Jackson gets free for about a 4-yard gain to the Geneseo 29. Get another missed tackle in the backfield as he put a move on.
This is the first real drive that we've seen DeKalb be able to piece together now as they, as you said, they come into Geneseo territory for one of the first times, I believe, in this contest.
Scott looked like he had him in the backfield, but he just slipped loose. A couple other guys kind of got their arm around him, but just couldn't get him down.
Geneseo shifting up front on the defensive line. 2nd down and 6 to throw. Kyler rolling to his left, looking, going to the end zone, and well over the head of everybody as it goes out of the back of the end zone.
Overthrown, incomplete.
And brings up 3rd down.
That was
like
good coverage.
Wind might have played a little bit of a factor as quarterback threw it way up high and it went way past the back end of the end zone.
I think he also knew that there was a lot of coverage there and he was going to lay it out there where nobody could get it, but maybe the receiver if he could run under it, but it was 5 yards out of the end zone.
Well, DeKalb using the wind at their back here to change up their offense against this Geneseo defense. It's a 3rd down and 6 from the 29 of Geneseo. Receivers left and right, 3 in the backfield. Tailback gets the call, Geneseo all over him. It's a loss on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage, the 33.
Yarger's in there, Mackey's in there.
Cooper Humphreys.
Cooper Humphreys in there.
A lot of guys able to break through that offensive line early and get back there to that first back. He didn't have much time whatsoever.
Pritchard on the bottom of that pile. There's a lot of guys in that spot for the loss. It's 4th and 9. It's a big call right here.
Green Machine ahead 7-0 over to DeKalb. Barbs will send out 2 receivers wide right. Will Daniels will match up over there along with Cooper Humphreys, or Pitra, and Kyler to throw over the middle. Too high, incomplete. Geneseo will take over on downs.
No flags, it's all clean. And the Leafs get the football in a good position again.
Yeah, and that one's on Derek Kyler right there. Put it a little too high and out of reach of his receiver crossing across the middle.
There comes the Geneseo offense. They'll start from their own 32-yard line. 9:03 to play in the first half. 7-0.
They had the one big catch over the middle on a perfectly thrown ball, but the others have been a little less than perfect. So Leafs, good coverage, putting pressure on him.
Medina in motion off the left wing, sweeps
Well, they're pushing
outside, and they really strung it out.
Yeah.
Medina trying to get
Nice play by the corner over there for DeKalb, going right at the legs.
They went horizontally just extremely well, just kept pushing that play deep, and there was no way for Joey to turn that thing upfield. Leafs face a 2nd and 10 here.
32-yard line.
Got to move that football. You can't run the clock if you can't move the football. You need first downs.
Disher wide right. Medina's in a lineup in the slot with Rusk under center. Pitches it out to Pitra, sweeping to the right, cuts it up to the 35, trying to weave his way through traffic, still on his feet, and Pitra out to the 44-yard line, has a Geneseo first down.
Who's got the next dance? That was some nice footwork. Ryan Pitcher dancing through that line. There was black jerseys everywhere he went. He just kind of kept dodging them.
And they had Medina and Disher out there leading the way, blocking downfield, and he just kept reading those blocks.
Also pulled a guard out there, so they were able to have a lot of guys seal that edge this time, and Pitra doing a fantastic job, like you said, zigzagging back and forth.
First and 10. Give it to Lane Acree. Acree puts his head down, gets undercut, and he has it to the DeKalb 49-yard line. 6-yard run.
I know they were being cautious with his ankle, but he doesn't appear to be hampered. Watch him go back to the huddle. There's no limp involved there, so he must be fairly healthy.
Down in 4 for the Maple Leaf.
DeKalb, being a 6A school, they have the luxury of having their own offense and their own defensive unit. They don't have too many two-way players here, so they can talk about things on the sideline. Geneseo, 2nd down and 4. Pitra behind Acree. Close to that first down marker, to the 46.
They're spotting it very close. But he's going to be about a foot short.
34 Pitra on the carry.
So it looks like it will be 3rd down and less than a yard for Geneseo. 7:10 to play in the first half. Green Machine 7, the DeKalb Barbs 0.
If they measured it, it might be close.
By 98,
It's less than a foot. Big 3rd down play here.
Option where you might see Lane Acree get another carry here. The hard-nosed runner just runs downhill. It's hard to stop him from getting a yard.
Needs some line surge. The big boy's got to push.
Little tight formation. Acree over the pile, breaks a tackle, has the first down to the Barb's 41-yard line.
43 Acree on the carry.
Saw the Barb defensive line right there just go down and try to make a pile as much as they could, and Lane Acree kind of able to hop over that pile into the secondary.
Good vision there by Lane to read that. And Geneseo's picked up a couple first downs, and they have it at the Barb 40-yard line.
Leafs have not been penalty hampered as they were last week. Cleaned that up in practice this week.
3-down linemen for the Barbs. They got about 8 or 9 guys in the box. It's Pitra sweeping to the right, tries to cut it outside, slips through a tackle, and almost broke it away. He gets down inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 23.
Pitra's got something today that he must be slippery to tackle, because he has been eluding tacklers all over the field.
He broke several right there, and there was one left. Got him by the ankles.
First time Geneseo's played on a turf field this year, so must be the liking of Ryan Pitra. Must have the right shoes on tonight. It's a first down run at the Barb's 23.
Fantastic facilities here in DeKalb. Nice high school right next here to the football field.
Acree left side, big room to run up to the 15. Runs over a defensive back at the 10, and actually brings down the defensive back himself at the 7.
Saw the DB.
Said, should I try to go right or left? No, I think I'll go through.
DB eye to eye with Lane Acree. Wow.
And it's first and goal, Geneseo at the 8-yard line.
The defensive back did end up on his back, but he did bring Acree down eventually. First and goal.
Green Machine will keep it tight here with 2 tight ends. Medina in motion behind Acree. Give it to Lane. And nowhere to go there off that left side. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be second and goal.
Ran that a little bit tight right there, and the defensive tackle just kind of reached his arm out. For some reason, was able to grab a hold.
Big set of downs here to be able to go up by 2 scores in a big game like this. It's huge.
Yeah, with this crosswind, you don't really want to rely on a field goal here. Should, as long as there's no penalty, should be a chip shot, but you want to get to 7.
Seems as if this wind's picked up a little too, even as the ball game's gone on.
And it's becoming more of a crosswind than it is a tailwind.
Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. 7-0 Geneseo. Second and goal from the 8. It's Pitra up the middle, dives to the end zone. He's got it. It's a Geneseo touchdown as the Green Machine go up 13-0. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live listeners only. 1 winner per season, and give them a call right now, 944-6171.
Got it memorized by now as much as we've had to call that throughout the season.
We're up here in the windy spot on top of the press box, and that piece of paper seemed to have eluded you this time.
Ryan Ganson, extra point try is good. It's 14-0,
wow.
Geneseo.
Look where that ended up. The wind took that thing about 5 yards.
Your score, Geneseo 14.
4:41 to play in the first half. It's 14-0, Green Machine.
Ryan Pitcher needed every ounce, every inch of his length, reached as he was going down, reached the football, and the nose just crossed the goal line.
Yeah, and a lot of leg by Ryan, as you said, and nevertheless, it still is really bringing that wind here.
Scoring drive for Geneseo, 9 plays, 68 yards, 4 minutes and 22 seconds. An 8-yard touchdown run by Ryan Pitcher with Ryan Ganson's extra point. 14-0, Green Machine.
Jesse Dobble's joining the Channel 50 team here. He's right next to us with his camera. Looks about like yours, Keith.
Dobbs is actually working 3 cameras with the touch of one finger, right?
Is that what that is?
He's got 2 cameras up here, and he's running that camera down there on the sideline too, or the end zone.
The master.
That's what he says anyway.
The master. And while we're at it, Dobbs says hi to everybody in the high rise.
Ganson's going to kick off into the wind. Geneseo up 14-0. Sends this one into the wind at the 20, and it's fielded by the Barbs, brought up to about the 29-yard line and pushed out of bounds by Devin Haxby. Will Daniels over there, Josh Beard.
25 right on the
and that's not a bad result with the wind blowing the way it is. But look how much that wind has changed to a crosswind rather than a headwind for the Leafs right now. It's crazy.
Barbs moved the football their last drive, but it stalled inside the 30-yard line, and they'll start from their own 29. With Geneseo showing 5 defensive backs out there again. Playing about 15 yards off the ball of the safeties. Quarterback keeper Kyler to his left. Nice run out to the 39 and close to that first down marker.
Leafs got to work on that outside edge. You always have one guy responsible for the quarterback, one guy responsible for the running back. And you saw Jacob Yarger go after the quarterback there, but nobody had the running back on the edge.
Jacob Yarger had to decide. He was in there, and he had to decide which one, and they read whichever one he took was going to get the football, and that was a good read.
It is a first down run for the Barbs. They have it out to their 40-yard line. 4:15 to play in the first half. 14-0, Green Machine. To throw, Kyler, his pass caught for a short gain of 5 yards.
Daniels hit him just as he received the ball. He was still in the air, and it looked like he could either jar it loose for a fumble or an incompletion, but he hung on the football. It's a good job by the receiver.
6-yard pass, 2nd and 4. As the Barbs work quickly on offense, down by 2 scores. Shanowski's going to cover their receiver out here on the near side. Daniels on the corner on the far side, and they'll run it sweep play to the left with a convoy, turn it upfield for a short gain of 2. Grant Pritchard and Jacob Beath down there along with Yarger.
Yeah, and got to give credit, though, to Cooper Humphreys on the edge. He did a fantastic job at creating that edge so that the DeKalb running back had to cut it inside right to where the heart of this defense is.
Not only did he turn it in, but he forced it in, forced the blocker back into the pile.
3rd and 2 for the Barbs from their own 48. Geneseo moving. I think they're going to call for offsides.
Trying to shake something loose. They're just going to talk about which way they're going, but it's going to be against the Leafs.
Penalty will result in a first down for DeKalb. Spotted at the Geneseo 47.
As playoff time comes closer and closer, those penalties we've seen less, but again, that was a huge penalty on 3rd down.
It was an aggressive penalty, though. They were really trying to get the Barbs to jump, somebody on the offense to jump, and they just were really trying to make sure they got a stop. 3rd and 2 is a tough stop to get.
DeKalb lines it up. 1st and 10 from the Geneseo 47. Second back coming around left end. And a good gain there for the Barbs out to the 34-yard line.
Shanowski knocks him out of bounds, but way too late. Leafs got to get this is where they stiffen up. This is where they stiffened up on the last drive. Not quite to the red zone, but wouldn't be a bad idea to get a stop.
Torrey with that last run, and I think we saw Dre Brown come in.
Yeah, looks like Dre Brown has checked into the ballgame for one of the first times.
He's lined up at the tailback position, about 5 yards deep. 1st and 10 from the Geneseo 34. Fake to him, and Kyler is caught up quickly. That closed fast on him.
Kind of different. We never heard a whistle from the officials to stop the play, but on the far side, nothing going for Kyler as the Leaf defense was right there.
Justin Scott with the tackle.
Was that Tyler Mackey or Justin Scott? It was a back. Somebody came out of the backfield and just blitzed it.
Tyler Mackey with the tackle. 2nd and 11. 14-0 Geneseo, 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Kyler running for his life back to the line of scrimmage.
Keeper brought down at the 34-yard line.
Jacob Beath on that tackle. There was actually he was just about ready to get sacked, about 5-6 yards deep. Wiggled out of that, got up to the line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 10.
Clock is moving, 1:40 to play. The play coming in. Kyler will run it in from the DeKalb sideline into the huddle. And Geneseo trying to come up with another stop. Just a sophomore quarterback for DeKalb is Kyler. Geneseo defense giving him fits here in the last couple plays. Out of the gun, handoff Brown. Hit and wrapped up at the ankles after a short gain.
They're got football loose here.
Ball popped out.
33 Brown on the carry. They think there was a fumble.
I think Jacob Beath had the tackle.
They're going to call it down, though. The ball did get loose, but they're going to call it down. 4th and 6.
Brown was kind of held up at the legs, and the whole Geneseo defense started swarming at him, and all of a sudden we saw that ball pop up into the air.
They must have blown a whistle because I don't think he made it to the ground before that ball was loose. So that was, maybe it was a whistle.
A safety.
Stop. Yeah.
I think the Calb's going to let this run down as much as they can. They'll have a 4th and 6. They have 3 timeouts left, so I think they're going to let the game clock run as much as they can. Now they call a timeout, and that'll stop 35.6 seconds. Looking at a 4th and 6 when we come back to action. The teams will talk about it on the sidelines.
What a fast first half we've had so far. Down in 35 seconds, you said 2 quality programs.
Moments ago, they had 4th and 9 or 10 from about the same spot and threw an incompletion. They went to the air on that occasion. Actually, they've gone to the air in every long down and distance situation.
Seems as if that's kind of their fallback whenever they need a big play. Try to go to the air, but this Geneseo secondary has done a good job at, even when the completions have come, they've been right there to stop them.
Coverage has been great. With Dre Brown in the lineup, maybe they might put this ball on the ground, try to pick up the 6 on the ground.
He's come up with several big plays this season for DeKalb. Had a big touchdown run last week against Yorkville. I think he had a touchdown run to come back, and when they beat Rochelle, they were actually down in that game. Came back and he got a touchdown. He got the 2-point for the victory. So he's their big play guy, and he's back in the game. He did not start tonight. They kind of held him out, and I guess they need him now, down by 14 points.
Yeah, whenever you are in a dire situation, you look to your leader, you look to your key guy, and that's them for DeKalb. So look for the ball to be somewhere close, although he is maybe not 100%.
He is in the ball game right now, and he's having quite a conversation with the quarterback.
3 receivers split to the left side. Geneseo matches up man-to-man. 4th and 6. Brown in motion down to the right. Kyler pass over the middle. It's a touchdown.
That's who it is.
Through a seam pass.
It's Dre Brown. They had a conversation with the quarterback, and he told him what he's doing. Was it?
I don't think it was.
I thought it came out of the backfield.
I think it was Rudy Lopez, number 11, caught that.
My bad.
I got trouble seeing these numbers too.
Yeah,
so
long ways out there, but a nice route ran by the receiver seam, as you said, right across the middle, and perfect throw to hit him right on.
Ran a post route, got the touchdown on 4th and 6, and the Barbs are on the board. 14-6 is the score. Pending the extra point, looks like they might be going for, well, they got the block out there to kick the extra point. Kind of late bringing in one of the players. They finally got 11 on the field, and they'll line up to kick the extra point. Kick is on its way, and it's good. 14-7 is the score now. Geneseo with a 7-point lead, 31 seconds to play in the first half.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a big game, and it's going to stay that way through into the second half. Both these teams, quality programs, we said it time after time again, but right there, DeKalb doing a great job at coming up with a big play when they need it.
Every time we guess wrong, but I'm going to have to guess that the Leafs are going to eat this and be satisfied with a 7-point lead going into halftime. They're probably not going to try to put this ball up in the air the way this wind is. Something crazy could happen when that happens. And
Geneseo's going to have the football to start the third quarter, so we'll get the scoring drive here for DeKalb, which comes down to 9 plays, 71 yards. They had the ball for 4 minutes and 10 seconds. It's a 30-yard touchdown pass from Kyler to Rudy Lopez, 14-7.
That was just a speed route. He just was flagging. That was a well-thrown ball.
Waiting the kickoff to restart the game. And Geneseo has Devin Haxby at around the 5-yard line. I think Joey Medina is back there with him. Stands are pretty full on the far side.
Yeah,
Geneseo packed them in tonight again.
Yeah, I would say one of the best amount of fans we've had at a road game so far.
It's come down to Medina inside the 10. Joey out to the 25, turns it to the outside to the 35, and Medina gets it out to about the 40, and the ball is fumbled.
Fumble on the kickoff return.
And DeKalb comes up with it at the 42. It looked like Medina was down there for a moment.
They're digging in the pile.
They have not.
We haven't signaled from the official.
Signaled.
The players are all signaling it.
And it's Geneseo.
Wow. We're getting a little sideline play here by the DeKalb announcer, giving the wah-wahs, but officials are going to give the ball to Geneseo with 20 seconds left.
We can't trust these DeKalb players. That's twice now. They've signaled they've had it.
Well, they got to get excited.
Yeah.
They just scored a touchdown and got that 0 off the board. Obviously, that's what you got to hope for, but Leafs need to run this clock out.
20 seconds to play in the first half. 14-7 Geneseo. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Geneseo's going to take a knee here as Pitra goes as a safety behind Russ to get one more player coming in.
That was scary enough, trying to pick up extra yardage on the kickoff. We don't want to mess with that right now.
And the knee by Greg Rusk. And the teams will go to the locker rooms as we've reached halftime. Final seconds tick away here from DeKalb High School. So that's the end of the first half. It's the Geneseo Green Machine 14, DeKalb Barbs 7.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Ready for the second half of football from DeKalb High School with the Geneseo Green Machine ahead of the DeKalb Barbs 14-7 with Bob Pettit and Zach Mackey. I'm Lauren Lemke. Geneseo jumped out to a 14-0 lead. They were about 30 seconds away from shutting out the Barbs, but DeKalb scored on a fourth down touchdown pass from 30 yards out to make this a game now, as Geneseo got a couple first half touchdowns from Ryan Pitra, one through the air, one on the ground. And we'll see the Geneseo offense starting off this third quarter as DeKalb will be kicking off about a minute to go here before the start of the third quarter. So
we're playing on turf down here, but it's, or up here, I guess. But I'm looking at that white stuff on there. It looks like frost. It seems to be getting darker. Is it, or is it the same it's been there the whole time?
I'm not sure. I think it was
the frost on the field. The look.
Well, the dance squad kind of
did
a little.
That's the 50-yard line. But I mean, like, along the 30 and the 20, the dark green. Just kind of wondering if they have a defection here in this brand new. That turf's pretty expensive stuff.
I don't know.
I'm not
you
sure.
don't know?
We can send
Lauren, I thought you knew everything.
Send Parker down there to find out. I know most things.
Look, it almost looks like an effervescence coming through there, like you see on masonry, on brick and stuff, but I don't know what it is. It's kind of interesting. Kind of looks like it should be cold down there.
We need to get a good construction crew down there to lay that down right.
A little snow on the field.
Geneseo with the lead by 7. They had 129 yards total yards in the first half compared to DeKalb had more. They had 158 and more possession time, but Geneseo has the lead here, 14-7.
It appears that the Leafs are going to go into the wind, get the football, but go into the wind.
And Alleman out on front of UT, 14-0.
Again, not too big of a surprise there.
Unless that's a fourth quarter score, but
yeah, that would, maybe that would be a surprise.
Joey Medina and Devin Haxby are back deep for Geneseo, standing inside the 15-yard line. And DeKalb's going to have the wind at their back this third quarter. And that was probably their best quarter offensively. They used that wind, got some passes downfield against the Geneseo defense that did a pretty job in that first half, limiting a team that's been scoring 40 points to just 7. Second half kickoff, we're underway. It's Joey Medina from the 13. Medina out to his right, caught from behind at the 22.
44 Medina on the kickoff.
Joey had a return late in the first half. They picked up, got down, turned the corner, got down that sideline, but he was trying to get that done, but couldn't get around the corner.
This is why Coach Johnson, I think, likes to take that ball in the second half, because of the way you got the lead, now you got the ball, you're able to try to get that momentum coming right out of halftime. Geneseo, one of the best teams in the area, coming out, making those adjustments.
Lane Akery behind quarterback Greg Rusk. Give it to Medina, sweeps to his left. Medina, he's loose at the 30, to the 35. Medina at midfield, down the far sideline to the 40. Stiff arms a defender and is ridden out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
That's what he's been looking for the entire game. He just couldn't get around the corner. Slipped inside the defensive end and headed out to get the angle, and he got some yardage.
Yeah, Joey was a little quiet in that first half, but makes himself known early here in the third quarter. Again, all these Geneseo defense or offensive backs, remember, they have been able to come up with big runs. It's been sliding off defenders.
Medina with a 49-yard run. First and 10 Geneseo from the DeKalb 29. Second back is Ryan Pitra for a short run to the 26.
Had that one scouted out pretty good. Not a lot of hole there. The offensive line got to get a surge, give him a seam.
32.
Talk about the advantage that this DeKalb team has. Right now, the entire offensive squad is able to meet and go over things. They have two totally separate teams, an offensive team and a defensive team. So the offensive team meeting right now, able to go over things.
1 minute gone by in the third. 14-7 Geneseo, 2nd and 8. Lane Akery breaking off tackle, spinning his way close to the 20-yard line. He would not go down.
Yeah, don't think he's down just because you hit him. A couple of those barbed tacklers thought they had him down because they busted him, but he just bounced off, a little spin. He's got it down to third and manageable now.
Up front for Geneseo is Jacob Beath at center, Carson Krause and Zach Shefsky at the guards. The tackles, Sam Thomas and Jacob Van Dorn, with Drew Himmelman and Josh Beard at the ends. But Disher's in right now, and he's going to split out to the right-hand side with motion in the backfield. Pitch it to Pitra, coming to his right, cuts it back, weaving his way through. And looks like he has a Geneseo first down as he stopped at the 16.
Yeah, they're moving the chains. Picked up a couple extra beyond the first down marker.
16-yard line.
And he's on the 16-yard line. They have an opportunity for another first down before they get to goal.
35 Vega on the tackle.
Ryan's got that dodge and weave going on tonight.
He does. Kind of one of the first times we've really seen it a whole bunch out of him, but he's done a nice job of using it tonight.
At this point of the season, game 9, you got some bangs up, some bruises, and he had some ankle injuries before. It doesn't look like it's affecting him tonight.
Tight formation. DeKalb almost jumped. Acree takes the handoff and not much there.
Wow.
No gain.
DeKalb coming out of this halftime doing a nice job of stopping things right up the middle. Geneseo, though, been able to get around the corner, and that's where they've had the most of their success here.
Acree's going to go off the field, and Cole Hunzacker's going to come in.
DeKalb had a surge right at the point of contact there because Acree had nowhere to go.
Hunzacker had a pretty good game last week starting at fullback. He's got 180 yards rushing on the season, averaging almost 5 yards per carry.
Cole does a nice job not even skipping a beat whenever Lane has to go out.
2nd and 10. Sweet play to Medina. Slips through a tackle. High tackle at the 10 up by the face mask.
44.
He clearly went down by the head. It looked like if he didn't get the face mask, it looked like he had the helmet, but the official was only about 5 yards away and didn't call it, so it must have been clean.
Medina had a 49-yard run a moment ago. Takes that for 6 yards. It's 3rd and 4 at the DeKalb 10-yard line. 8:42 to play in the third quarter. Green Machine 14, DeKalb Barbs 7.
Boy, yardage is hard to come by down here inside the 10-yard line.
Medina on the wing to the right.
Yep, somebody jumped.
That left side of the line has kind of been leaving a little early, just a little bit, and that time it was too much for the official.
Yep. Definitely jumped, and there was no doubt about that one. Again, we were just kind of reminiscing about last week how that bit us, kind of really hurt in a couple situations last week on drives, and then here again, now it's third and 9. That makes a big difference in the play call.
First penalty on the offense tonight. The defense has had 1 penalty, but 5 yards is a lot when you go from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9.
Especially inside the 20.
From the 15, quick pass to Hillman. Catches it up high. He gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Green Machine.
How he pulled that in, I don't know.
I don't either.
The defender had his arms wrapped around him. It looked like he was trying to jar the ball loose.
So far up here, we couldn't even see, did he have his hands on it? What was happening? It was quite the play by Drew.
He had his hands on it. He was trying to pull it in. The defender had his arms up underneath his arms. Oh, you want to give away a pizza? Go ahead.
Yeah, 10th caller, La Roma Pizza. Win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live listeners only. 1 winner per season. Must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza 944-6171. Ganson's extra point is good. Geneseo 21, DeKalb 7 with 8:04 to play in the third.
And that penalty, which can be a backbreaker, was of no consequence because on the very next play, Rusk hits Himmelman.
Haven't been able to say Drew's name a lot as these teams have really keyed on him and really gone after him. But right there, it's hard to play defense on a guy that is that much taller and able to pick it up out of the air whenever Craig hits him right up there. It's a perfect time.
Drew without a catch last week, has his 14th reception of the season, his 4th touchdown, and Greg Rusk has thrown 2 touchdown passes tonight.
Eat your heart out, Peyton Manning.
Only 500 touchdowns behind Peyton.
500.
Geneseo scoring drive, 7 plays, 77 yards.
That's a pretty good percentage, though. What do we got, 4 passes and 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Or 3 passes?
3 passes,
2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. That's a nice average. We'll take that.
15-yard touchdown pass from Greg Rusk to Drew Himmelman. 3 minutes and 56 seconds was the scoring drive time. 8:04 to play in the third quarter. Geneseo up by 14. And Geneseo will line up to kick off. Ryan Ganson into this wind. Right down the middle, short kick, bounces out to 20.
Very nice.
Picked up at the 15, coming out to this near side.
Oh, yeah!
Down.
Oh, no, you got to flag him.
I think it's going to be a face mask.
Scott with the tackle, but I think, yep, got up high.
Yeah, I think it was a little high, but this the special teams sometimes don't get enough credit, but they've been spot on all season so far for Geneseo, getting down the field quick. A lot of quick guys on these special teams.
First two guys down, busted right through. They weren't even touched by any blockers, and they had the tackle down inside the 20, but the high tackle is going to cost them an extra 15, bring it out to the 32.
That really hurts, as you said, when you get that extra 15 yards.
DeKalb will start off first and 10. The ball on their own.
DeKalb with 158 yards in that first half, 67 of those yards through the air, including a 30-yard touchdown pass for their only score. They start from their own 32-yard line. Grant Pritchard in at nose guard. Quarterback keeper, Kyler coming back to his
nice.
left.
Nice.
Right. Open field tackle by Ryan Hartsock. And no gain on the play.
That was an outstanding open field tackle by Ryan Hartsock. That wasn't just a tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, there's going to be some big yardage gained.
The ball came out a little late there, but these officials have done it throughout the game. They like to make sure that player's down. They've been calling him down early. They did it on the other side of the field and say he was down before that ball came out.
2nd down and 9 will give Kyler 1 yard. Torrey comes in, gets the handoff, and he is taken down after a first down run at the Barb's 49-yard line.
Brought down by 33, Haxby.
Devin Haxby comes up and makes the stop.
You know, it's just amazing how good the Leafs defense is, because these backs are phenomenal. I mean, they are so quick, and they accelerate. Like, they're explosive, and the Leafs have held them to 7 points.
Yeah, that was a first down run, but that'd be a touchdown against most other teams. 1st and 10 from the DeKalb 48. They give it to their tailback for about a 2-yard run. Close to midfield. 2nd down coming up.
Again, the big boys in there. Pritchard in there. Beef is in there. Gang tackling all the time. Seldom do we have a solo tackle.
Little gain on the play. We'll call
you got Pritchard and Himmelman are really just a true defensive line in right now. They're about 2 defensive linemen in for Geneseo. The rest are linebackers and defensive backs.
And it's just how spot on those guys are that they're not able to run up the middle still. They're struggling with that, and the Leafs are able to put a lot of linebacker and defensive backs out there to stop the big-time runs or pass plays.
5 on the line for Geneseo. Tailback breaks it at the middle and gets a first down run to the 39. So
50 down to the 40-yard line of the Maple Leafs.
6:14 to play in the third. Geneseo up 21-7 over the DeKalb Barbs. The Barbs are on the move. They have it at the Geneseo 39.
Their backfield is not a one-man show, though. They have several ball carriers that can tote that football with explosiveness.
At the line of scrimmage. On 1st and 10. Kyler hands it off to the tailback who's tripped up. Richard might have got him going by.
25 right, tiptoeing his way.
Hartsock might be credited for the tackle. Looks like it was mostly a trip. Picked up 3 on a trip.
2nd down and 7 coming up.
Haven't seen DeKalb inside Geneseo territory quite a bit. Last time they stalled it out, we said, and then the other time they capitalized on the touchdown.
Geneseo showing a blitz here. They'll read the play as they sweep to the left side and eluding the defender.
Got the first
Torrey again and
got the first down, but he paid for it. He was punished on the sidelines by a host of players again.
He's getting some help.
Hartsock, Shanowski, Mackey, all those guys over there. Whole bunch of them over there.
Gain on the play, good for a Barb.
Is a first down. They'll mark it at the Geneseo 27-yard line.
The Barbs are running the football like we expected, actually, as they were touted to run the football. But they're now at a deficit of 21-7. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
3 receivers out to the right side. Run it back to their tailback, left side run to the 20. Cooper Humphreys gets him from behind. About a 9-yard run there.
Boy, it looked like there was nothing there again, and he just kind of slipped outside, read that pocket, and Humphreys had to pull him down.
Is the rain starting to fall a little bit here?
Timeout for a measurement.
There wasn't rain in the forecast.
I've been informed, ladies and gentlemen, if you're kind of chilly and you're looking kind for something to eat, we've got Wendy's.
We did not bring our all-weather gear.
You got your umbrellas, Keith?
Down to the concession stand. The DA
if we short out.
I just hope we don't get zapped up here.
Cost is $3. Right at the porch, your marching bars.
Maybe the water tower sprung a leak. I don't know. We're right behind. Water tower's right behind us. Probably that bad paint. Inside joke. 2nd down and 1 for the Barbs at the 17-yard line. Stumbling his way for a 1st down.
Wow.
Is DeKalb, but
kind of interesting because this is regular artificial turf. Usually you don't see a lot of slips and falls like that, but back-to-back this series, they've had a couple of slip-ups and a couple of falls.
Look like you're trying to make a cut, and they just stubbed their toe. This is where the Leafs are going to have to get stiff right here.
This is where we usually see that defense tighten up in the red zone. Geneseo's only allowed 50 points coming in to this game. They've allowed 7 tonight to a team that's been scoring close to 40, and the DeKalb has it 1st and 10 at the Geneseo 16 as we hit the 3-minute and 45-minute mark of the 3rd quarter.
That's going no. Oh!
Sweeping it out right.
Those black jerseys make it so hard to see who's got the ball. It looked like it was going to be a loss on the play, and instead it was running back along the right side, gained a good sum.
I was sure the first man threw at the football.
9 yards down.
9-yard run for DeKalb inside the
2nd and 1 again.
Yep. Ball's at the 7 right now. Geneseo up 21-7 in this 3rd quarter. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Spread it out to the left side. Geneseo moving around on defense, trying to get set. And they'll run it with their quarterback. Kyler has the 1st down. Jacob Beath with the tackle and stops the 5.
It looked as if the Barbs are starting to try to really spread the defense out. They send 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and just try to get everybody out and go right at the middle as best as they can.
Well, honestly, this has been a prototype drive. This is probably what they're used to doing. And right now, I think this is the play where they cough it up.
We hope you're right on this one, Bob. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Give it to the motion back. Torrey sweeping to his left. Geneseo has 5 guys there to meet him at the 2-yard line and push him back. Jordan Chanowski, Cooper Humphreys getting up off the pile. Jacob Yarger, Himmelman, and Tyler Mackey.
They are going to spot that at the 2-yard line.
And Torrey's down probably with a leg cramp.
2-yard line.
Yep.
One thing that this team does so well is they're able to gang tackle everybody flying to the ball the whole time, and that's what makes this defense so good. Everybody always keyed in.
They did pick up the yardage, though. They got their work cut out for them right here, keeping them out from the 2-yard line. Yeah.
So Torrey's helped off the field. He's our leading rusher tonight at the tailback position. And we have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. The score is Geneseo 21 and DeKalb 7, but the Barbs threatening here to reduce this 14-point lead by Geneseo.
And that's a huge loss for DeKalb if he's not able to come back into the ball game.
Yeah, all the talk has been about Dre Brown, but that's a nice running back right there. He looks like he's walking it off. It's obviously a cramp.
2nd and goal from the 2 at the line. Quarterback keeper trapped in the backfield. Down he goes for a loss on the play. Back to the 6.
That's a nice defensive play, obviously, but he was holding that football way out away from his body, and they were like, maybe we just almost predicted that correctly. I thought they were going to cough that ball up.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Third and goal on the 6.
Have a 3rd and goal. The ball on the 6.
That's a lot better than 1st and goal.
When you get close to this end zone, it's no gimme, as this defense will make you fight all the way through to put it in.
Lining it up on 3rd and goal.
There's got to be a flag there. Somebody Depends on who they're going to call. The Leafs were definitely offside, but where they pulled.
Offside to Geneseo, so now half the distance and then put it at about the 3-yard line.
And that's twice that this defense has been called for encroachment, something that we haven't seen throughout the season. Twice in one night now.
3rd and goal from the 3.
Clock is running down to 1 minute to play in the third quarter. 21-7 Geneseo. 3rd and 3 coming up for DeKalb at the Geneseo 3-yard line. Geneseo flip-flopping their defense, getting set. To throw, Kyler looking to the inside. It's tipped away, knocked down, incomplete. And great coverage over there. Getting the deflection, it's Will Daniels as they were trying to go back to Rudy Lopez.
That was outstanding. I don't know if he received the ball or not because the ball was thrown, led the receiver by quite a bit. But Daniels got his hand on that ball and he was diving. He was midair when he got that ball knocked down.
Daniels, just a junior coming in, didn't have a ton of experience, but just through this season so far has really stepped up and really became a dominant player in the backfield for the Leafs in a huge, huge play here.
Geneseo crowd on their feet on this 4th and 3, trying to keep DeKalb from scoring a touchdown here.
Big play.
They're not interested in the field goal at all.
Movement by DeKalb, and I think they're going to be called for a false start.
The question is, was the whistle blown? And it apparently has. If it was a false start, it has to be dead. The ball was knocked down. It would have been incomplete, and it would have been Leafs ball.
5-yard penalty is going to be stepped off and placed down at the 8-yard line.
That's one where a penalty against the other team works against you.
Now it's back to the 8-yard
And now you
line.
see
Leafs would love to have the opportunity to decline that one.
a lineman come out. They're going to bring another safety type in because when you move it back 5 yards, you might see him go to the air even that much more now.
Still not interested in a field goal.
Geneseo showing blitz. Here they come. Kyler in trouble, setting up the screen, I think, and he throws. It's knocked away. Somebody got their hand on the football. It might have been Tyler Mackey who reached in there and stripped the ball. Otherwise, that was going to be a touchdown.
Nevertheless, incomplete. Leafs take over on downs.
So it does work out in the Leafs' favor. That penalty gives the Leafs the ball 5 yards further upfield. Had they received the ball at the 3-yard line, that's a little tenuous place to start the drive. So now they're going to have that ball at the 8-yard line. Outstanding stop by the Leafs. 21-7, and they hold.
1st and goal, I believe they had it at around the 5-yard line or so, and coming up with a big stop, turnover on downs.
And a 2nd goal at the 2, and the Leafs stop from there.
22 seconds, that's all that's left in this third quarter. Geneseo starts from the 10. They get a 5-yard run out to the 15.
Well, they might have got a 8-yard run. Where are they going to spot that?
Spot it down at what, the 16?
It is about an 8-yard run.
Advantage is in the Leafs for sure as they have a 2-touchdown lead, and now they get the wind in this 4th quarter.
Green Machine, they had another touchdown in the 3rd. They lead DeKalb 21-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Holland & Sons, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
One quarter is left to go in the regular season, and Geneseo leading DeKalb 21-7 here at DeKalb High School.
Got to give the Leafs pass defense a lot of credit in this ball game, because when the Barbs were shut down on the ground or felt down in distance, required them to pass, the Leafs defense has stepped up. With the exception of that one fourth down touchdown and then one other perfectly thrown ball, the Leafs have really held well.
2nd down and 3 to start this 4th quarter for Geneseo. Pitch to Ryan Pitra. Has the first down out past the 20 to about the 21.
With the carry. Takes it around right in.
Looked like a Barb was about ready to get a hold of him in the backfield too, but Ryan was able to turn the corner and shake that would-be tackler, turn the ball upfield. This is a lot better field position than the 6-yard line.
Getting out of the shadow of their own goal post. And that Geneseo offense breaks the huddle. They'll line it up on 1st and 10. Tight formation. And run by the fullback, I believe, Hunsaker.
Hunsaker on the carry.
And Cole in for Lane Akery, I think, is done for the night.
Gain of about 5 seconds.
Akery came off after one bruising run, maybe a bruising tackle. And they're just going to save him for the playoffs, it looks like. Kudos again to this offensive line of the Maple Leafs. You can't move the football unless the offensive line gives you some seams.
5-yard run, 2nd and 5. And penalty markers are thrown. A little movement on both sides, but Geneseo, I think, is going to be called for a false start.
Against Geneseo.
We'll make it 2nd and 10, back to the 21.
Well, every time a call goes against the Barbs, the fans get all rowdy around here, but the penalties have really gone primarily against the Leafs tonight.
2nd down and 10.
Another aspect of their game that they can clean up going into playoffs. Looking ahead.
Well, you just don't want something like that there to shoot you in the foot after you got 2nd and 5. Now you're back to 2nd and 10.
10:40 to play in the game. Geneseo 21, DeKalb 7.
Need this first down, keep that clock running. It's all about running clock now. If you score, that's great, but you got to possess the football.
Toss to Medina.
Turn.
Left end to the 25, and that's it. We'll make it 3rd and 6.
Nice job by the outside guy on coverage for DeKalb, stringing that thing out and then being able to stop it as well as he could on the outside. Nothing going on the edge.
He kind of juked in a little bit, and if he'd have turned there, he might have picked up a couple more yards, but then he decided he couldn't go out.
7 for the Maple Leafs.
3rd and long. It's going to be a tough call right here.
Tight formation for the Green Machine offense.
It's all about blocking better than they tackle right now.
A lot of guys in the box for DeKalb.
Rush to throw, looking to his right as he rolls left. He's going to turn it upfield and try to run for it, and gets hit out of bounds. That could have been a penalty there, but no call.
That would have been nice. He was past the white line before he got hit, wasn't he?
I thought he got hit out of bounds.
But they're not going to see it that way. So it's going to be 4th, and the Leafs are going to kick it.
4 for the Maple Leafs.
Only the 2nd punt coming up here for Geneseo, and Greg Rusk, who stands back at his 15. Yeah, it's kind of this wind's kind of died down a little bit, not blowing as hard as it was earlier. Rusk will take the snap, use the wind, and send it out to the far sideline.
Bounce the wrong way.
Takes a DeKalb bounce, comes back about 5 yards, and is stopped at the 41-yard line.
DeKalb will take over 1st and 10.
21-7 is the score. Geneseo leading DeKalb. The Barbs with the football.
That football sure has a funny shape, doesn't it? Every once in a while, it just goes the wrong direction. So 9.5 minutes. 9 minutes and 31 seconds, and a 14-point lead. Is it enough?
The way this offense moves the ball, it doesn't seem to be so. This offense is so potent whenever they want to be.
If they drive it down the field, make them run clock to get it done. Don't give them anything big.
3 down linemen for Geneseo. Tailback gets the call. Jackson. And
right up the middle.
Number 6, Jackson on the carry. Takes it up to the 43-yard line.
Pritchard got a hold of him, and he just wrestled him backwards.
73,
Grant Pritchard just wrapped around him, and he said, "You're not going anywhere, man."
Interesting to see.
It's not a good idea to tackle high, but in that case, he just wrestled him.
Interesting to see down there. Dre Brown still standing, hasn't gone in here in the second half. I do not believe we saw him a little bit of limited time in the second quarter, but haven't seen him so far in this second half.
Yeah, he's touched the football one time. He's got a 4-yard rush tonight.
It's possible that they're thinking the same thing, though, that, you know,
look into the future.
The playoff is more important than this game.
2nd down and 8. Another short run. Jacob Beath, his helmet comes off. He'll have to leave for one play, but he makes the tackle, and it's 3rd and 6 for the Barbs. Football out to the DeKalb 45.
Gain of 2,
and another big 3rd down play. Seems like we call big 3rd down plays all game long, but you know, when you're grinding out, you get to 3rd down, and sometimes a tough distance so many times in a ball game, and if you can get the stop, it's huge.
Out of the gun formation.
Looking to throw.
Kyler's been in trouble all night. He's in a throw. The ball is tipped and incomplete as it falls out of bounds. Somebody got their hands on that.
Yeah. Almost intercepted. Looked like Mackey on that. Was that Tyler? Almost intercepted the football. Got his hands on it. And the Barbs look like they're going to put a punt crew on the ground.
Jordan Shanowski's going to go back there with Devin Hacks. We saw Quinn Singbush go off earlier. We haven't seen him back on the field. He was tackled on a punt return. So Shanowski's going to be back there, number 20. And this punt will be into this crosswind.
Possession is what's critical right here. You don't want to fumble. Don't want to mishandle this thing. Just get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Oh, about hits
wow.
Alex Disher. And DeKalb has it covered up at the 32. It'll be Geneseo football. 8 minutes and 1 second to play in the game. Geneseo 21, DeKalb 7.
Didn't hear him yelling poison, but I hope they were, because that was a ball you just got to get out of the way and let that thing fall.
DeKalb coach is arguing right now. He thinks it should be 1st down DeKalb, but officials were right there in the mix of it.
There's no replay in high school for that one either, so he's
Can't throw the red flag.
He's not going to win it. 8 minutes left. Killed a minute and a half with no points on the board for DeKalb.
1st down play. Give it to the fullback, Cole Hunzacker. He takes a pile of DeKalb defenders with him for a ride. Takes it out to the 37.
Looks like he picked up about 5, and that's what you'll take in that position of the ball game. Absolutely.
Perfect time for the Leafs to put together one of those Green Machine drives right now. Take as much time off the clock as possible.
About 6.5 minutes. See if they can score 3 times in a minute.
They've done it before. 2nd down and 5. Geneseo has it out at the DeKalb at their own 37. And they blitzed on that play, and they read it and wrapped up Hunzacker for a loss. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
And here we're back to that big 3rd down play again. It's amazing how football games boil down to who converts on 1st down or 3rd down.
Really does.
With the loss, we'll leave a 3rd down and 8.
This will be a tough one here on 3rd and 8, but Geneseo not afraid to put the football up. Rusk has done a pretty good job passing tonight. He's got 2 touchdowns.
Geneseo converting at 54%.
We'll just take we'll take a 1st down on this pass completion right here.
Going with a tight formation. They'll sweep it. Medina.
No.
Whoa, goes airborne as he's hit and comes down at the 35. So Medina takes a shot there. And it'll be a 4th down. 6:34 to play in the game. The clock is running. Geneseo up by 2 scores, 21-7 over DeKalb.
Didn't run a lot of clock, but a while ago we asked if 9.5 minutes is enough. Now we're going to say is 6 minutes enough with 2-score lead.
Always a little scary when you see your running back ever leave the turf, get up into the air right there. But Medina looked fine, walked right on off.
Kind of looked like the Gamma Phi Circus or something. He's a little acrobatic.
Rusk to send this one up high and drive it all the way down to the 30.
The
and
wrong bounce again.
Gets that backspin. And it's finally stopped at the 32.
32-yard line. DeKalb will take over.
If he's trying to shoot those wedge shots, you know, stick them with the pin, he's doing a nice job. We need a little forward bounce on those balls.
Exactly halfway through the final quarter here from DeKalb. 21-7 Geneseo, playoffs next week, and we'll have it for you here on TV 50.
Just a sideline warning on the Geneseo sideline. First one's a warning.
They got about 10 or 15 yards behind them. This is a wide sideline.
So for 42 minutes, the Leafs have held the Barbs to 7 points. You got 6 minutes left.
It's a season low for the Barbs. They are playing without Dre Brown. They held him out for most of this game. Kyler with the quarterback keeper to about the 36. He has a 4-yard run.
Himmelman reached out those big paws and pulled him down. If Himmelman had not snagged him, he would have picked up some big yardage there.
Geneseo defense has forced DeKalb to turn the football over on downs in the red zone 2 times tonight.
Have not forced a fumble yet. Get the football in that way. They have 1 interception.
2nd and 7. Oh,
that's going nowhere.
Geneseo gang tackles at the line of scrimmage. Jackson with maybe a yard.
Beef comes out of the pile. Himmelman comes out of the pile.
Not even a chance right now. These guys up front are playing phenomenal now.
3rd and 5.
Calling the play. Players are checking their plays on their wrist. On 3rd and 6. Kyler looking to throw. He's flushed from the pocket. Heaves it downfield long into the wind, and the receiver comes back and makes the catch at the 33. That's Lopez, who had the touchdown earlier. That ball was severely underthrown, and Lopez just able to get back to it.
That was one of the first times we've seen the breaking coverage by Geneseo, wide open in the back corner. He even had time to come back towards the football as the ball was underthrown into the wind.
4:45 to play in the game. DeKalb all the way down to the Geneseo 35-yard line. About a 25-yard pass play. And we have a whistle and a timeout.
Lucky they got the timeout because there was going to be a 5-yard penalty, and we're going to see if that penalty is going to be taxed on or not.
There's a flag on the Geneseo linesman over by the Geneseo bench threw the flag, but maybe he didn't hear the timeout called on this side, and they'll wave it off again.
They're going to wave off another flag. They're going to give the Barbs the timeout, but you know those timeouts become valuable when the clock is running. We were just talking about the clock at 6 minutes. It's at 4:36 right now, and the Barbs need 2 scores.
Football at the Geneseo 34-yard line when we resume play. Defense has done a great job getting to the quarterback. I mean, when Kyler is trying to throw, he's under duress.
Yeah. There was the defensive backs were just a little bit disoriented on that. Otherwise, it was great pressure on the quarterback on that completion.
We see these defensive backs too, kind of given a cushion about 10 yards or so, just because of the speed that is in these wide receivers for DeKalb, able to change direction very well.
Straight drop for Kyler. Now he steps around, throws a deep ball, single coverage, and Lopez was tying up Daniels there. More than Daniels was just trying to defend himself, and that ball falls incomplete.
We are, of course, again on the home side, and they really think there was some interference there, but it looked to be more offensive.
It looked as if the DeKalb player knew he wasn't going to catch him, was trying to get the call, trying to pull Daniels into him as much as possible.
There wasn't an official really close, or he might have been able to see that. The official, probably the only one that had a good view, was clear across the field.
Spread it out again, 2nd and 10, 4:30 to play in the game. Football at the Geneseo 34-yard line for the Barbs. Kyler looks to his left. Nobody open, he runs left, puts it up high and down the sideline. It's knocked away, I think, by Haxby, who got a hand in there, and 2 players for DeKalb run into each other, and one of them is down, slowly getting up. He's being looked at by the official.
Haxby could not have been in a better position right there. In between the ball, in between his man right there. Perfect positioning to make a good play on that one.
Well defended in all corners right there. There was really no open receivers. Great pressure from the offensive or defensive line. The one thing bad about this is the clock is not running on these last 2 plays.
It is third down, and they need 10.
It's only taken 14 seconds off the clock, I believe, in these last 2 plays.
And another third down conversion that's going to come up big here.
Defensive backs for Geneseo about 15 yards off the football. They'll run it out to the 25, the 20. It is a first down run for the Barbs down to the Geneseo 17. So they go back to the draw play, and that works for a first down.
Always got to be run first. Even if this team starts getting into that pass set, you got to be run first. And remember that as a linebacker, especially when you're called into pass coverage.
Start the clock, 4:10 to play. Kyler, a quick pass, incomplete, with Hartsock coming up and applying pressure.
There was a lot of pressure. Hartsock and Scott were putting all kinds of heat on him. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. DeKalb driving, down by 2 scores, 14-point deficit. But if they get one here, you know, then it turns into a crazy game.
They still got 2 timeouts to work with, too.
Leafs need a big stop.
2 backs go in motion. That should be a penalty.
Yeah.
And Kyler in trouble as he takes the snap, and Scott drops him, but this will be a false start. Or that is a play.
They may be able to decline this.
That should be a play.
Yeah,
because he spotted the ball.
Yeah, you still should be able to play that play out, even if it is an illegal shift.
Yeah,
it would be different if one of the linemen had moved, but that would have killed the play. And that's the call. Geneseo's going to call and say they're going to decline the call, I should say. And that's going to take a loss on the play back to the 25-yard line.
I think the DeKalb offensive line thought the play was dead. There was no whistle, but there were flags everywhere, and they didn't block.
17 yards to go now. A long way. Look for him to put it in the air.
The clock ran 1 second on that play. I'm not sure how that can happen.
Trips to the left side for DeKalb.
Put your finger on that button.
Kyler in the pocket. Long pass to the end zone. Overshoots his receiver. Incomplete. Haxby over there. The closest along with Shanowski.
That's where this wind is so hard to judge, too, as it's coming right into the face of the DeKalb team right now.
It looked like that ball was going to be overthrown by 10 yards, but it was only a couple yards in the end. Actually, Shanowski about got his hand on it.
Clock stops, 3:55 to play in the game. 2 timeouts left for DeKalb. Geneseo has 3, and it's a fourth down and 17.
This could be the ball game right here.
The only score DeKalb has is on a 4th down play similar to this.
That occurred with about 30 seconds to play in the first half. Just inside the 25-yard line of Geneseo. 4th down for the Barbs. Kyler steps up over the middle. His pass is caught and knocked away.
Incomplete.
Knocked away by Will Daniels. Looked like Lopez had it.
It was the exact same play that they scored on. Looked like he had it.
It looked as if it was going to be a touchdown. It looked like he almost took 1 step with the ball, but the official right there a couple of yards from it called it incomplete right away, and now the Leafs have just got to get a couple of first downs here, and they're in business.
Yeah, you just got to stay away from the crazy stuff. A couple first downs, as you said. Definitely no fumbles. Put both arms around that football. Don't try to get that extra yard. Wrap it up. Pick up your yardage.
Geneseo takes over. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the game. Up by 14, 21-7.
You know DeKalb is going to be trying to punch the football out. Wrap it up.
Sending a lot of guys in the box.
Give it to Cole Hunzacker. And Jordan Shanowski's in at running back. So I think Petra's out right now.
DeKalb is going to have to use their timeouts eventually here.
We've seen DeKalb pack a lot of guys into the box. They know that, you know, with 3.5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter, you're not going to look for anything crazy. Look for Geneseo to run it up the middle, and the DeKalb fans are starting to make their way to the gates.
2nd down and 6 for Geneseo at their own 28-yard line. Shanowski in motion. Back to the fullback Hunzacker. Short run to the 30.
It's going to be 3rd and 4. This is really kind of a big first down, even though the clock is running. 2:58, 2:57. You really want to get a first down here. If you can get a first down here, you can really ice this thing.
You hear Coach Johnson yelling out to those linemen and those players out there, this is big. You got to get this right here.
Yeah, this is really a matter of blocking better than they tackle right here again. Everybody focus on the running back, but the big boys got to get a hole. Got to get a surge right here.
3rd and less than 5 from their own 30-yard line, up by 2 score. Shanowski sweeping to the right, spins his way off a tackler, and he fights his way for a first down. Jordan Shanowski has a first down for Geneseo out to the 35.
That was a very improbable run. It didn't look like he was going to get there at all. A couple spins, a couple shaking the guy off his arms, and he gets a first down, and it is huge. Clock running here at 2:20.
Jordan hasn't touched the football much in the backfield this season. He's played a lot of defense for Geneseo. Key, a 3rd down run there for the senior running back. 1st and 10, Green Machine from their own 35 with 2:06 to play in the game. Hunzacker for about 10 yards out to the 45.
And you can see the fire coming out of DeKalb right now. The fire in their bellies has just kind of got ice thrown on top of it right now.
Jacob Van Doren down on the turf.
And that's the type of stuff you don't want to see whenever you're up by 2 scores, 4th quarter. That's why we saw some new running backs getting in there, some different guys, because the playoffs are right here.
Parker Salisbury checks into the game for Van Doren. Jacob going to hobble off here, but he's
it's like he's holding that left leg a little bit,
yeah,
not putting weight on it.
It's quite often an ankle when you do that. If it's a knee, they kind of keep you out there a little longer. Probably an ankle.
Starting right tackle, Jacob Van Doren is assisted off the field with under 1:45 to play in the game. Geneseo looking at a 2nd and 1, up 21-7 here at DeKalb High School.
DeKalb not even stopping the clock. They got 2 timeouts.
2nd back. Medina's wrapped up.
Well,
fights his way for the first down.
Yep.
And there it is right there. That first down kind of sealed things. 1:25 left to go. Leafs lead it by 2 touchdowns. It was so far been just a phenomenal game by Geneseo. Both ways, cutting down on their mistakes as much as possible, holding a very, very good offense to 7 points.
If DeKalb does not let them wind this clock here, which they are, it means they've decided the game is over.
We'll probably see the victory formation coming up here by Geneseo. If not this play, maybe the next one.
Well, with 2 timeouts left, they maybe don't want to do that too soon, but it's going to be something very safe.
Schnowski in motion. The safe play is to give it to the fullback, and Cole Hunzacker fights his way up to the 50-yard line.
And they're going to let the clock run out. DeKalb is not going to use their timeouts.
Geneseo starting to celebrate a little bit on the sidelines. So are the fans. Going to put a cap on a perfect season. 9-0 in about 40 seconds. Now there's the victory formation on 2nd down and 7 from midfield. Rusk will kneel down and hand the football to the official. That will seal it up. Geneseo comes into DeKalb and they hand the Barbs their first loss of the season. DeKalb's 8-1 and Geneseo 9-0 after a 21-7 victory and taking home the mythical Northern Illinois Big 12 Conference Championship.
How about it, though? Coming into this season, there were a lot of question marks about guys, a lot of young players, a lot of people that graduated from a good team last year. And these guys have just shown up to the door game after game. Who would have thought 9-0 in the regular season? It's going to be fun to watch these guys make a run.
And a team of DeKalb did not have the question marks. They were supposed to be a powerhouse from day one, and they certainly are a good football team, but the Leafs really, that's unbelievable to take an offense like that and shut them down to 7 points. Phenomenal effort defensively, a great offense, great job offensively also to pick up 21 on the board, and that's a great football team they just beat.
Just so many threats this Geneseo offense has, this Geneseo defense has. It's a lot of things they can rely on.
Geneseo will get the stats here from Willis here second, but jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Ryan Pitcher had a nice pass from Greg Rusk for 48 yards. Came back in the second quarter for a short run, and then maybe the key play here was Drew Himmelman's touchdown pass. I mean, that was a third down play from Greg Rusk to Himmelman, and again, using one of your weapons to get another touchdown and really put pressure on the opponent's defense.
Both those touchdown passes on third and, pretty decent distance. And, places that Geneseo really had to come up with in a critical situation. They came through. This team is not only talented and they've progressed well, but they really seem to play well under pressure. Tough situations.
Yep. Geneseo 200 yards rushing and about 38 carries, so about 5 yards per carry, 63 yards through the air, 263 total yards compared to 268 total yards for DeKalb. 12 first downs for Geneseo, 15 for DeKalb. 22 minutes of possession time for Geneseo, 25, almost 26 minutes for DeKalb tonight. Individually, Joey Medina had 60 yards rushing, a long 49-yard run. Ryan Pitcher with 57 yards on the ground, a touchdown, 50 yards from Lane Akery, 24 from Cole Hunzacker. Rusk with 63 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Pitcher 48 receiving yards and a score, and Himmelman had the other 15 and a touchdown. And for DeKalb, they had 2 running backs over 60 yards, Jackson and Torrey with 62 and 60. Their quarterback was just 6 of 18 passing tonight for 96 yards. So a perfect season for Geneseo, their first since 2006. They're 9-0. And hey, you guys, we'll catch up with you next week. And there's the playoffs. How's that sound?
It's just a matter of finding out whether we're 4A or 5A and who we've got, but we'll be home.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Thank you, Zach Mackey and Bob Pettit. And we also want to thank Ron Hartman and Geneseo Communications for providing ITV50's internet streaming. Kim Kennett back at the WGRG FM studio. Our statisticians tonight, Willis Andel and Parker Prohaska, and our technical coordinator, Keith Kennett. For all the guys here, I'm Lauren Lemke. Geneseo wins it 21-7 over DeKalb. Good night.